Why is it not doing that? Okay, there we go. All right, all right, awesome. All right, we'll wait just a second for it to go live. Everybody get a notification.
Sweet, sweet.
So,
Oh, we got otters. Yup.
yeah, they're so adorable. I've actually never seen that many together though. That must, yeah. I don't know. It's normally sea otters are actually pretty solitary. I've fallen. There's this video series on YouTube, and it's called um, well, it's the Japanese word for otter, but it's otter Sakura is what it translates to. It's this otter, and her name is Sakura, and
Mm.
she is the single most adorable thing ever. And they're almost human-like in some of their expressions. Like they gave her a pair of disposable chopsticks, and then they
Oh
tried to
yeah.
take them away from her, and she was so offended.
Yeah.
Like she literally yoinked him away and just kind of, growled at him. Um,
That's what I would do. Hey, you give me something
you,
I like. I'm
you,
about to say, yo, I'm keeping this, dude.
you gave me these. Um, so all right, looks like we got people coming in. So, all right, everybody. So welcome to the 26th episode of Yawny After Dark. Meet the streamer. Sorry about yesterday. For those of you who had Twitter, I had a series, Lemony Snicket's series of unfortunate events. Um, that is the nice way to say it. Had one
Yeah.
thing happen after another. Um, but we are back, and joining us today is somebody I met through, interestingly enough, uh, Agua, the person we're interviewing now, somebody I met through the person we're interviewing after this.
Yeah.
So, which is kind of interesting. So, anyway, so as I always start, I let the guest take it away for a moment because nobody can introduce themselves better than the person we're talking to. So, Agua.
um. Well, my name is Agua. I just, I stream every day. Variety streamer. I just do like any game that I want to play. Anything that would, anybody would like to watch. Then that's what I do. I just, my whole thing is like positivity, spread positive vibes, and just I'm just there to you know hear about people's days, and if they're having a bad day, I just want to make their day better. That's pretty much my whole deal.
Now, I think more than pretty much anybody that I've had the chance to interview so far, you really are a variety streamer in that, every day it seems almost you're playing something different. Or even if you're playing
Yeah.
something that's a consistent, whether it be Minecraft or Overwatch or something like that, you're going to switch throughout the day. Is
Yeah.
there, did you plan on being a variety streamer from the get go, or was it something that just kind of came after, a series of streaming for a bit?
So it came from I started on Overwatch, so I wanted to start just only Overwatch. That was my username. It used to be Agua underscore OW with the Overwatch at the end. I absolutely just started hating the game more and more as I played it. As I'm sure you can understand as a consumer of the game player. It's just not very fulfilling. But then I switched and just had Agua underscore. Mainly was just like shooters and Minecraft, and then but here lately it's just been everything, and it's really started to like I feel more fulfilled doing variety and just playing anything I want to rather than doing Overwatch 12 hours a day every day.
Now, is that when you decided to be a variety streamer? Was it necessarily to get away from just Overwatch, or is it also, do you think it's kind of a refreshing mental reset to have different games that you play so that you don't concentrate on one game 12 to 16 hours a day or something?
Yeah, I would say that like it's definitely like a good peace of mind to know like, oh, I don't have to, there's no expectation anymore that I have to play certain game. You know, it used to be Minecraft as well for a long time. That was like the expectation. Like, I open stream, start stream, it's Minecraft. Like, that was also an expectation for a little while, and then now it's completely like there's people there now just to vibe and say, hey, oh, Agua's playing Barbie Simulator 2017. It's like, cool. I'm here to vibe. Like, pretty exciting. It's pretty cool.
2015 was the best.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah. I
so,
liked the MMO aspect of 2016, but.
um, is there when you're looking for variety though? Is there still a consistent with what you like to play? Like, do you typically prefer FPSs or do you prefer RPGs, or is it truly just you will play whatever catches your interest at the time?
um, yeah, pretty much anything. Like, uh, I would say I like FPS, but I honestly I really do like FPS, but also like if there's a third person game where you're like going through and playing just as your regular life or something, just anything that's like seems interesting and like I can have a fun time with. That's definitely what I look for.
And taking a step back for a moment, what got you started into streaming?
Um, uh, so funny enough, I'm sure most people have heard of XQC. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
I saw him on Twitch, and I was like, this might be what I need to do because my whole life I was like, I wanted to do YouTube and stuff, but I never actually like jumped all the way in and did YouTube stuff. So instead, I was always like I'd do like a gaming video here, a gaming video there, blah blah blah, and then you know didn't really like ever do anything. I didn't really like it. And then I found Twitch when I found XQC whenever the Overwatch League started. And I was like, this is really cool. I like him. He's really cool. And then that's why I started streaming mainly Overwatch. And then obviously, as we said, we, adapted and changed from there.
Would you say, because I always like to ask this question because it's interesting the variety of answers that you get. Before streaming, were you the type of person who was in theater or in a band? Were you more outgoing or were you more introverted or?
Um, yeah, I was pretty like outgoing within my circle, but I
Hmm.
wasn't like very uh out to like just immediately go out and say, "Oh, that's a new person. Hi." Like but I was in band for 7 years and I played jazz band as well with
Awesome.
that for 3 years.
Would you play? What instrument did you play?
I played percussion and drum set, so.
Oh, awesome. So I always love to meet somebody that likes
Oh, dude,
jazz,
I love
blues.
jazz.
So I friggin' yeah, we're gonna exchange a music list after this.
Of
Okay,
course, of
let me ask
course.
then. Let me ask then. I gotta ask favorite jazz musician.
Uh Buddy Rich, of course.
Buddy Rich. Okay.
Just
Uh,
he can just on the set, dude. He's just insane. Like, you know,
I you know honestly, I probably gotta go with Coltrane.
yeah, dude.
So
Um, I don't know who wrote it or anything, but there's a chart called "Big Noise" from Wintenka. That's like the best jazz song I've ever heard. I love it. It has everything in it, and it's a solid piece. That's the anybody who doesn't like jazz, definitely suggest listening to that.
do you what is there a particular YouTube video? You know, 'cause I can't play it obviously because of DMCA, but
Hmm.
I'd like to link it in chat.
I can
We're
grab it
showing
for you.
people jazz now.
Yeah, of course, of course.
My band director knew Buddy Rich personally. That's awesome.
Do
My
you mind if I put it in the chat?
oh yeah, let me give you terms real quick. There you
There we go.
go. My let's see who I'm trying to. Oh, Queen. My mom took piano lessons from the lady that taught Marilyn Monroe. So
That's pretty cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's always cool to see how people are connected. So was there? And I know you're talking about XQC, but is there a particular moment, like an aha moment, or something that kind of just called you to do it, or was it something that it was a gradual over time? You kind of started to meet people through Twitch because when did you actually start watching XQC? Was this a couple of years ago or?
Um, it was like 2018.
Okay, so you came to
Um,
Twitch about the same time I did then.
yeah, I got my PC July of 2017,
Oh,
and I
okay.
said, this is pretty cool. I play games anytime I can, right? That's all I do. And I found Twitch. I knew about the platform, but I didn't ever like think there was anything substantial there. And then,
Hmm.
I took a peek and I saw, and I was like, that's actually pretty cool. And then after like getting a camera and all that, I was like, it's time. I'll just do it. If I'm playing a video game, then I was like, okay, well, let's just start streaming. And then, I started making friends early on. I met Not Rickles. He was, obviously a big inspiration for me to continue streaming. He's a champ, streams all the time. And just met a lot of new friends along the way. Um, some friends that I had known beforehand as well, like before streaming, they also picked up streaming as well, which was cool, and
Awesome.
have made some some progress in that as well. It's pretty crazy.
Did you meet Rickles through Overwatch or?
Yeah, I
Okay.
it was January 2019, I think,
Okay.
or February. I'm not sure, but he was on a bronze to GM challenge, and I was in gold just playing Reinhardt and stuff, and he he was playing Widow. I think he was playing Widow in our match, and he was absolutely insane. And I was a fresh streamer boy, and I was like, I don't know, Widow sus or something, dude. And then I like put my link and everything, and he put his as well, I think. And like, we met through that, and that situation, we became friends. And he's like, no, I'm legit, like, just just smurfing, trying to get this account up. And I'm like, that's pretty cool. That's awesome, dude. So,
I can't. Oh, okay. I guess I need to increase it more. I'm gonna increase your volume just a little bit.
oh, I'll start streaming now.
Oh, that's okay. There we go.
There we go.
I yeah, I, I think that's kind of an interesting way to meet somebody. So how'd you all meet? Well, I reported him, and and then then we
Yeah,
became
he
friends.
kicked he kicked my butt really hard in an Overwatch match, and now we're best friends. Sweet.
um, so I always because I came from Overwatch too. Was it just a gradual decision to kind of get away from the game, or was it just one particular meta, or is it just because to be honest
Um,
with you, I think for a lot of people, they have left Overwatch, and a lot of people become variety streamers themselves after leaving it.
it
So,
for me, it was specifically Arissa, and just I can't play Ryan or Monkey anymore. I just had to play Arissa for a year and a half, and it was just not fun. Absolutely not fun.
have you played the new or I see that you played, but I mean, have you played
Hmm.
the new meta, which is basically Hog Zarya?
Yeah. Uh, it's hog ball as well is pretty fun, but I just my hog is not anywhere near where my Ryan or my Winston could be,
Hmm.
and it's just kind of it feels bad, man, whenever the heroes you actually like aren't on that must pick option that which is another thing in itself. Must pick heroes in Overwatch is just I I'm not gonna open that can of worms, but you know.
No, no, no. I mean, feel free if you want to. I personally have said before that I think that meta. Dragon says, "What do you think of goats?" Yeah,
Bring it back.
yeah,
Bring it back,
I love
please.
goats. Most tank players love goats. And actually, a lot of DPS and supports did too. They just the reason goats died was because for two reasons. One, uh, it was boring as hell to watch, and
Yeah.
so Al suffered for it because people didn't want to watch goats because it's fun to play, boring to watch. And two, anytime your team didn't run goats, you lost, and
Yep.
in lower elos and stuff like that, people did not want to run goats. They wanted to run 5 DPS still. So you know, that was the main reason it kind of had to change and why it suffered.
Yeah.
Um,
It's rough too because goats was one of the most fun things I've ever played. Like being able to play Reinhardt and hit the pin on the enemy Reinhardt perfectly in time with the Diva Bomb is just that's so satisfying. You see the 6K on the top right after you pin the Rhine. It's just so good, dude.
I used
But
to have this clip of a friend, and it was one of my older accounts that I removed and then came back to Twitch. But it was one of the funniest things ever. Oh, the person was Dino, who was GM top 500. I don't even know if he plays anymore, but he was a very very high ranked Ana player. Scrimmed a lot, did contenders. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember that he didn't go pro to my knowledge, but in one of their scrim matches, the enemy Rhine pinned a diva bomb into his team
oh, I
and
think I've seen
and
something.
and killed everybody. It was on Hollywood, and he killed everybody. And
Yep.
I was just like, oh, okay, well, if you're gonna go out, I guess that's the way to go. Special delivery. But um, when we met, we were playing with Rickles. You were on
Hmm.
tank. I was throwing on support, and I was like, hey, this is awesome because this is actually a dude who plays tank. This isn't a dude who picked up tank because they thought it was free low, free SR. This is somebody that plays tank, and
Yeah.
you and Rickles were you were it was duo tank, right? I'm pretty sure he was Zarya
Yeah.
and you were on Ryan. And it I don't know, it was a ton of fun because like nothing is more fun. I'm sorry, like nothing will ever be. I love Winston, but nothing will ever be more fun to me than Ryan Zarya.
Oh yeah, Reinzar is the best.
Um, but what was is there a particular? I mean, we talk about goats a little bit, but was there a particular meta that you really found the most fun? I mean, it can be goats. I'm just curious what it was.
Um, I liked Grab Dragon. That was
Hmm.
fun. I got to play Zen as well sometimes, which was weird. Which I don't. I'm horrible at Zen, but I got value just because spam down alleyway,
Yeah.
get get hits, kit trans, pop trans whenever Dragon comes out, easy. But I like that. Of course, goats. Goats is so good. What else, dude? Um I liked when Sigma first released. I'm gonna be real. I liked when Sigma first released, and Brig still had overheal and all of that, because that's when I started playing Brigitte like hardcore. After they have nerfed her quite a bit as well, I started playing her a lot, and actually, of course, I think anyways, I peaked GM and like actually was enjoying the game, playing
Oh,
with
did you
like
get GM? Okay.
yeah, 4.17. That was it. That and then after that, now I'm like 3.5 or something. So, but yeah, when Sigma couldn't get stunned out of his ultimate, dude, that was the most fun. It was like double shield May Reaper, and then everybody wanted to run Anna Bap, but instead of Bap, I would play Brig. Anna Brig was way more sufficient and way more sustainable than than Brig Bap or Annabap.
Well, and also too, BAP is. It's funny. BAP basically became the new Zen. With the fact that the most value you get, and it kind of elucidating on that, the most value you get out of Zen isn't necessarily, yeah, trance is good, Discord orb's good, but he's a third DPS. Well, if you're doing 222,
Mm-hmm.
he's a third DPS,
Yeah.
and um, that was kind of what the difference between a really good BAP and an okay Baptiste was that a really good Baptiste is a third DPS, and unfortunately, you get a lot of people that can like really spam, but they're not adding anything to the DPS fight. Meanwhile, if their Baptiste is, he's cutting down your shield if you're on Reinhardt or
Yeah.
popping you or so. I mean, it's one of those things where that it was kind of interesting when that hero came out. He kind of people lament the fact that Zen fell off, but Baptiste kind of replaced Zen or what Zen's role was.
Mm-hmm. Of
So,
course.
um, let's see. What's makes me sad since I'm good at Brig. Brig's dead now. Uh
Yeah.
she's far, far. I don't know that she's dead. She's on life support. She's far,
Yeah.
far more situational now. Like if they're running something odd like a Doomfist now, you would run Brig still to counter him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, Hog Zarya is like the take meta now, so I don't know what to tell you about the state of Overwatch to where like, and it is like hard meta. Like I ran it earlier, and we basically full held first point Junkertown, and and they ran double shield.
Yeah.
It's Hog's so stupid strong now. It's not even funny. It's not fun to play tank against him because he's
I
back to
felt
two shotting. Oh, go ahead.
yeah. I felt so useless the other day. I was playing Reinhardt and they had a hog ball running around the map everywhere. I'm slow Reinhardt, can't go anywhere. Like they're like over here and over here, and I'm like in the middle, like trying to contest payload. People are like dying over here, dying over there, dying over there, dying in spawn, and I'm like, dude, uh, uh what do I do? And I'm like, I want to play Monkey, dude. Monkey could dive onto them, and like, but no, Hog just obliterates Monkey. So it's awkward. It's an awkward situation for shield tanks, to be honest.
Yeah. I think the biggest issue is I've said this before. And I like your thoughts on it. Um, I think that they would have been better served in that game to make it map situational for hero picks and not one size fits all. I mean, for those of
Yeah.
you who don't remember goats, what was the map that nobody wanted to play and they would always ban in goats was Numbani because it was the only map that was kind of hard to run goats on. Teams would rather just have not played it than to try to diversify their hero sets.
Yeah. And
So,
then usually if Nimbani did get played, wasn't it Monkey Goats
yep,
instead of yeah.
Monkey
That,
Goats was Nepal and Numbani.
oh, Gibraltar first and second point as well. I remember seeing that you they just need to remove everybody. Start over.
Start over, yeah.
Just yeah, just run it the perfect comp. Just keep Ryan Zarya, keep Tracer McCree, and keep Anna Zen, and then we're good.
Yeah. Well,
No more.
you know what? I think they could keep a couple more. I think um, I've never had a problem with Mercy. I didn't like when she got double reses for free.
Mm,
Um, but the biggest problem I actually have with Mercy is the same problem I have with a lot of hero choices, and that's that if it's not working, but please don't play it.
yeah,
you know.
one of one of the things I dislike about Mercy mainly is like they uh they removed the Brigitte super jump,
Hmm.
but they did not remove Mercy super jump. They removed Genji ledge dash, but they didn't remove Mercy super jump. Like unintentional designs, but then they leave it for one character and not the others. It's just a little, you know, feels weird.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's the same thing with they've buffed Hog and they're sitting there going, "Yay, we buffed Hog. Everybody gets to play Hog again." Okay, yeah, but my hook still breaks randomly when they barely peek around a corner. So like you didn't fix his hook, which has been an issue now for like 2 years. I mean,
Since release, let's be real.
yeah, his hook used to go through walls.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't even a hack. It just like would hook somebody from around a wall. Um,
Oh, the clip where the hog hooks Sombra and the Sombra translocates as as they're getting hooked, and literally it pulls her all the way across the map, and just yeah, that's a good one. I
did you
love that.
did you ever play League of Legends?
Um, Not really. I
There's
played Misfortune, and that was it. So,
there's a character named Darius in it, and he
hmm
has a hook where he pulls somebody in with his axe. And
okay.
there was a glitch where you could recall, and at the last moment you could cast an ability or something like that, right as the recall happened, and you went back to base. Well, in League of Legends, there's what's called the
Oh no.
Fountain, which is the goal is to destroy the Nexus, but right past the Nexus is the Fountain where the enemy team can't touch. It's like the spawn point, the safe spot for the team or whatever. And he pulled all the enemy team with him as he teleported, and they came with him into the spawn point, and they all died.
What the heck?
Yeah,
That's insane.
yeah, glitching in video games is great.
Mm,
Um, and kind of going off of that just a little bit. When you started to switch from Overwatch and start to play more variety games, you're talking about Minecraft and all that. Um, I've seen some amazing glitches in Minecraft, but I kind of want to talk about that because you're one of the people that I've had a chance to talk with that really is into Minecraft. I mean, I know there's a bunch of
mm.
people out there that are into it. I'm just saying you're one of the ones I've had on to talk about it. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
so what got you interested in that aside from
Um,
Legos?
yeah, yeah. Well, I was like, I don't remember, probably like 10 or 11, dude. And my one of my childhood best friends, we he had a PC and he had the beta for Minecraft, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. What is that? So I started watching him play, and then super interesting. So I kept going over to his house, over to his house, playing and stuff. Eventually, Xbox 360 version came out. I got it. I played for days on days on days. Summer vacation comes around, no school, literally just Minecraft for days. It was just like it was like the one game that felt like limitless to me.
Hmm.
Um and I really felt like, it had everything in it. I could, grind out mining and get like cool stuff. I could survive, I can make cool stuff. I can like, you know, I can make whatever I want. And it was just like the perfect thing for like my loose imagination, and I could do so much.
Now, I have not played it myself, but I mean, I've seen some amazing things. I've seen people
Hmm.
build Lordaeron. I've seen somebody build the Shire. I've seen somebody build uh, Gotham. I've seen
Oh yeah.
so much stuff. Like, what's the coolest thing that you've seen somebody build?
Um Dude, I saw um like, okay, one of the earliest things that I saw was a complete remake of Pokemon Red.
Really?
Yeah, they had every building and everything. They made custom texture packs for it as well afterwards, and just had everything modeled like perfectly, and every little detail was there. And I was like, that is sick. I love that. And then there's been some really big like like actual city landscapes built as well. Those are pretty nice. Also, the Star Wars stuff. I love watching Star Wars. Star Wars is amazing, and seeing all the Star Wars builds and stuff that people have made, like the Millennium Falcon and
Oh, that's cool.
uh, a Death Star as well. Like,
Really.
how do you even have time for that? You're
Um.
crazy.
So you mentioned Star Wars. So um. What I gotta ask, I'm curious, what did you think of the last three
Um,
episodes 9, 10, or no, yeah, wait, no, was it, yeah, no, 7, 8, 9,
7, 8, 9. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
sorry.
Uh, the Force Awakens,
Hmm.
amazing, perfect, excellent directive choices from J.J. Abrams, but going into Ryan Johnson directing the eighth is just an absolute disaster. And uh, I just think of the meme from Gravity Falls where it's like, thanks, this is worthless, and then he throws it in the fire or whatever. That's pretty much how I feel because eight and nine, eight eight was horrible. I absolutely do not like eight. And
Right.
then number nine was like
Trying to pick up the pieces.
trying to like pick up the ash on the ground and like turn it back into something like you know good, but no, it's horrible.
9 reminds me of one of those nightmare moments where you have like the project from school or whatever. It's a little like diorama type thing or something, and you're carrying it. And as you're about to get into class, you drop it, and it just
Oh,
shatters on the floor, and you're trying to like scramble to pick it up 5 minutes before class starts, and that's what 9 is. Um,
yeah,
oh yeah,
it's
we're not gonna give spoilers, but
no spoilers.
I I I completely agree. I think Force Awakens was amazing. I really liked where they were looking to go with the directions. And then Ryan Johnson came out with some friggin' Andy Warhol type,
Yeah,
you know, hodgepodge of like just completely unpolished, unexplored,
sad.
yeah, ideas that they were never, ever, ever going to be like I mean, I don't know. It's first of all, I knew things were going to go awry the minute that Kathleen Kennedy was like, "We're getting a different director." Now, obviously, they changed that after Ryan Johnson. They got J.J. Abrams to come back, but they
Mhm.
were talking about getting a different director for each Star Wars film going forward.
No,
And I was like,
no,
you can't do that. You can't do that. And the funny thing is, you can still do amazing things with the property because um, uh, the Mandalorian is amazing. So
yeah.
you can definitely still do a lot with the property. And I felt so because I love John Boyega. For
Oh
those of you
yeah,
who don't know,
same.
Finn, um, and he, you know, that whole cast was great. Like there, it's nothing to do with like the cast or the cinematography or the music or anything like that. Like they just, they had a bad script for 8. I don't know what else to say.
Hmm.
um, and
Granted, I would have liked a different casting choice for Ben Solo, but
mhm.
still a great actor.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
it's
just
one of those things where it definitely I completely understand where you're coming from. The thing that really irked me, I just got to get this off my chest. The thing that really irked me was the fact that they threw away all the expanded universe, the books, the comic books, all that stuff. Well, most of it anyways.
mhm.
And then they're like, we're going to start fresh. And then they completely take from the expanded universe and put it into, you
Of
know.
course, yeah.
So
It's just I felt it like it was lazy.
it was the what really irks me about art sometimes where you have somebody that literally did two brush strokes on a canvas and they claim it's an abstract piece and they sell it for $200,000 or something like that. Like it's just
Yeah,
one of those things where it just kind of like it's the emperor's clothes situation, right? Everybody knows it, just nobody wants to say anything right now. Um, Speaking of which, every time I say that, it reminds me of The Emperor's New Groove, which was a fantastic movie.
Absolutely, absolutely great movie.
um, but
It's
you,
been so long since I've seen that movie.
it was so good. Friggin' David Spade. Um, Cusco, the poison for Cusco. Cusco's poison. But yeah, so going back to the stuff about streaming, we got on a tangent there, but that's okay.
All good, all good.
One of the things that you mentioned at the very beginning was, focusing on positivity, and I'm a huge proponent of that. Definitely stuff for mental health, and always trying to the best of your ability, keep a good attitude. It's not always possible. We're human, and
Hmm.
things definitely get to us. And Overwatch, um,
Yeah,
but how do you, um, how do you, those are those emotes? Um,
yeah. That's Noel. Noel with the emotes.
how
I love them.
how do you I'm gonna go ahead and turn my computer the other way now.
Yeah.
But how do you let's break it down to into two parts. So one, being with the Overwatch community and being somebody who climbed to GM, even because the higher up people like to think that it's less stressful. No, the higher up you go, the more people get egos and stuff. Especially once you get to like high masters, low GM. There's a
Hmm.
lot of people with. That was my experience. But how do you keep a positive mental attitude, or try to, as best you can, galvanize, or I guess shield yourself against the negativity that is prevalent in the community?
Um, slash hide chat works pretty well. Um, just there was a it was really really bad. High diamond, low masters. Um, because there was a lot of really 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 horrible people, and but no, I say the way I mainly stay positive is I like when I was playing Overwatch, it's hard, but like now, it's a little bit easier to stay positive because I've gotten used to some of the stuff that happens in Overwatch, and like I still play here and there, but honestly, I don't think I was very much a positive person when I did play the game every day. Like it, it's hard to say, like it's just weird. I I didn't feel like I had a very very positive impact or a very positive outlook playing that game and being subjected to mass toxicity for super super extended periods of time.
Well, this brings up kind of an interesting point, though. Since you pointed out, and I absolutely appreciate your introspection, because that's akin. That's actually, it's almost identical to the decision that I arrived at. I mean, now I'll play once in a while off stream, but I can't play 8 hours a day,
Yeah.
because I know, as well as anybody, I know. I always love people being like, "You're positive, you're wholesome." Well, about the time you have somebody screaming in your ear for an
Yeah.
entire match, and as a tank player, I know people have tried to say, "Oh, hey, you could just leave." You can't leave Q as Ryan, or leave comms as Ryan. Like, it just becomes
Mm.
so difficult to climb.
Yeah.
You don't have to talk maybe as much. All right, Audie, love you, buddy. Thanks so much. Have a safe trip home. Um, but it, it's almost impossible to climb, especially the higher up you go. You have to be able to communicate as a main
Hmm.
tank player. Um, but do you think that for you personally, it was more important to get away from the game in general to get back to positivity? Since uh,
Absolutely.
okay,
Yeah. Um, but I would say 100%. Like there were it. Okay, in a way, like I don't want to say I was addicted, but literally was addicted to the climb of like I have to win this game. I have to, I have to keep going. I have to be better. I have to analyze every single mistake. And it was just such a horrible, horrible, like, cycle of like play match. If I win, cool. What did I do right? What did I do wrong? Fix it. If I lost, I'm horrible. I'm upset. Now I have to get better. Repeat, like, you know. And it was just such a horrible mindset and everything. And, it's just bad. So being able to just put all that, put it in a balloon, let it fly away, like, and just start doing anything else was just such a crazy alternate like alternate situation or alternate like path, and it just feels so different. And like it's really nice to be able to have like, how do I explain, like, like there's no stress anymore. There's
Right.
just vibes, just here for a good time,
So, what advice would you give, somebody that, because I think a lot of people, especially people that are starting out, they, because you do hear this advice from certain people that have gotten partner, or people that have really grown their streams, to just stick with one game in the beginning. I personally don't know that I believe that.
I don't believe that at all. I mean, hey, I might be partner now if I still played Overwatch for 30, 30 days a month, 12 hours a day, but I wouldn't be happy. And you don't build a community off of a game. That game will eventually die. That game will eventually not be there anymore. And those people won't stick around for you if there's not you. There's just the game.
Well, and I completely 100% agree with that. I think people are, and I might not have articulated this last time that I was doing an interview with somebody, but people are, you're going to have people that come and go for the game, but people are there for you.
Hmm.
And there's some people that believe they'll say, well, this person had 200 average viewers and then they switched games and now they have 50. I'd
Hmm.
like to get your thoughts on this, but one of the things that I wonder about that is it the game or is it their interaction with it? Because there's some people that, thrive off the hype of a PvP game and then they go and they play um I'm trying to think of it, Age of Empires or something. And they
Hmm.
just zone out the entire time they're playing it and they don't talk to their chat because they're
Yeah.
not feeding off that energy.
Um, yeah. So, how I feel about it, like, Overwatch, very competitive, very, very attention heavy. You have to be 100% invested into a match most times to be able to enjoy and play the game, and actually like pop off and be able to like perform well. And that requires a lot of attention. And you know, when you're doing that, you get a little bit blind of chat sometimes. You can't you don't build those interactions either. It's hard to have a conversation with chat whenever it's you're talking and then immediately you have to stop the thought that you're talking to chat about because you're calling out that there's a Reinhardt on the flank about to do a flank shatter or something, or you know there's a it's hard to stay connected with chat like that. And then like even with WoW is a super super relaxing, chill game, and I still find myself like getting lost and not being able to fully communicate with chat sometimes. Um, but like going on with all this, like I definitely think like you don't you sticking to one game and that's all you stream. That's such a gander and such a risk, and I don't feel like you build like true relationships with anybody in your chat, any new people. Like I don't feel like that's a real relationship other than they know like, oh, you're the Roadhog player, dude. Hog. Like I don't know. It just feels empty. But I feel like there are exceptions to that. There's always exceptions to that stuff, you know?
Hmm. Oh, and going back to what you said, I think XQC broke away from that. You know,
Hmm.
he was the crazy antics, animated, maybe overly animated, main tank player,
Yeah.
and now, um, he'll play Jump King on stream or whatever he plays. I'll be
Hmm.
completely honest. I don't watch XQC as much as I used to, um, but yeah, I think yeah, I wholly agree. I think that you don't want to confine yourself to being insert game title here, this person. Because if you
Yeah.
ever do want to break away from it, if the game dies, or if you just you want to break away from the monotony, do you lose all of your viewership? Do you lose your community? Do you lose And I think building around more of instead of a game, when you talk about positivity, you're building around an idea.
Hmm.
And so,
And
oh, so go ahead.
oh, I was gonna say like exactly that. I was just gonna put it out there that like I right now I've never felt more like I have a community than now. You know, like there was so much time before where I was like, I was like, well, there's 200 people in the Discord and only three turn up because I'm only playing Overwatch. Like, you
Right.
know, that's not a community. That's people who are there for Overwatch and that's it. They weren't there for personality. They weren't there for the positive vibes. They weren't there for anything else. Yeah, like Noel says, it's a family now. Like we have movie nights. We watch anime. We join voice chat. Like we all just vibe and have a good time together.
Oh, awesome. When's your next movie night?
Oh, we're actually tonight.
Oh,
So
okay.
uh, 11 p.m. Eastern. So
Do you want
we're
to put a link to your Discord? I'll give you perms if you want to put a link to your Discord.
oh let me get the linky winky. Um, but yeah, I put in our schedule today. I also said we should definitely everybody should stick around and watch Rickles' interview as well, so we can all vibe and enjoy that as well.
Oh,
There we go. Oh, sick.
um,
Nice.
but yeah, yeah, you are better at this than I am, Dragon. Um, but so you mentioned anime, so now you've fallen into it. So
Oh,
what? So I'm trying to get more anime to watch. What are you currently watching?
so we're really bad at staying consistent with watching it
Oh no,
because,
it's my anime
uh,
club again from college.
yeah. Well, the thing is, like, my stream schedule isn't a schedule. It's literally I just stream and then when I end, I usually go to sleep. But it turns out that like we wanted to do Mondays and Wednesdays, but um, I it turned out to be like you know we'll just do it here and there because it's pretty awful. Because we go to like 6 a.m. and then I'm dead tired and forget. But we started with Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood because honestly, like one of the best there is.
I agree.
I I'm not a big anime dude, but I did watch all of just the the standard Full Metal Alchemist, and then I was told Brotherhood is a billion times better, and to forget everything I knew about Full Metal Alchemist, and I was like, oh, okay. So now we're watching that. Eventually, we'll watch it again. But
I
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I liked the original Full Metal anime that they put out. I
Mhm.
do agree that Brotherhood is a lot better. But I did like the original. But the one I always recommend people go to is Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, I've seen a lot about this.
Okay. Oh, you haven't seen it?
Oh yeah, no, I haven't seen it. I've seen a
Okay.
lot about it though.
Agwa's
I
chat. You
just
now have a mission.
yeah.
It's to get him to watch Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, we're planned to watch by the way, Demon Slayer once we finish
Oh, okay.
Brotherhood. Yeah.
Um, Dragon wants to know what's the first one you watched, first anime.
Does Pokemon count? I don't really think it does, but
Yeah, Pokemon's. Yeah, Pokemon's an anime.
I loved like as a kid just watching tons of Pokemon. And then what was it? Death Note I watched quite a bit. Uh Naruto and Dragon Ball as well.
Okay. Um, yeah, Dragon Ball Z was probably the first major anime that I got into. And because I'm old, I grew up with like the Toonami stuff, where they would like it was funny. They'd play like at 5 p.m. They'd play the heavily edited versions of anime, and then like at
Mhm.
midnight they'd play the unedited versions. Like, oh, okay, this is actual, I don't know. It was weird how they got away with that, but yeah, that's kind of what they
That's
did,
interesting.
and that's what. Well, I remember that they tried to play at one point they tried to play an edited version of Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Mhm.
So out of 20 whatever episodes it was, they basically had to edit it down to like 6, because
God.
about the time
Yeah.
you take out the mature content in that, you're losing the whole anime. Um, but Cowboy Bebop was really good. I like Naruto. There's a lot of people that don't. I mean, I do. Um, I have actually a surprise onesie coming in the future that might be Naruto inspired. Uh,
All right, all right.
but what about? Have you seen Attack on Titan?
Uh, so I watched like the first couple episodes, and then
Here it comes, into the end. No joking.
you know, something happened to somebody important, and I said no, I'm not getting emotionally invested. This was after my heart was torn out in Full Metal Alchemist. I
Oh,
said
okay.
no, I'm not doing this again. I'm not crying, and I never watched the rest of it.
Um, an anime that I would really recommend then is if you like. Well, do you like mecha animes?
um, I liked Evangelion, but I didn't watch all of it.
Okay.
I watched a little bit of it.
If you liked Evangelion, the one that's more the pop, fun version of that is Gurren Lagann.
Hmm.
I would highly recommend that. Taking Topen Gurren Lagann. Um, it is. Yeah, it's basically what you wish the main character of Evangelion eventually becomes. But kind of,
Oh yeah.
yeah. Um,
Okay.
uh, damn it, Shinji. Um, but sorry. Uh, one of the most relatable and dislikable characters in anime simultaneously. Um, but that's really awesome that you have that. Do you have any other type of like? Do you do community day and stuff like that?
Um, it's kind of hit or miss. Sometimes we'll do like the Jackbox party games and stuff, but
Okay.
you know, WoW is always open for people to join, and always GTA as well is always open for people to join and come hang out.
Okay.
So
Um,
it's like if we're playing the game, then it's open, but
what do you think of
you know,
GTA? Because I have not had a chance to play it yet.
um, it's okay. It's all right. Nothing super serious to get invested into, but always a nice relaxing game.
Okay. Um, what do you have a guild in WoW?
We're currently building one. We're trying to
Okay.
recruit and get people ready for that, but it's oh, what is it, the Krusty Crew? I think we're gonna go with the name. That pretty
What
good.
what do you play in WoW?
A arms warrior orc.
Oh, okay. Arms being the offensive, so
Hmm.
you're not shield based. Okay. It's been forever since I've played. What do you think of the current state of it?
Um, uh, it was okay. I'm enjoying it. I had a really bad first impression with it though, but
What's
other
that?
than that, uh, I actually got stream sniped and like
Really?
harassed. I was like, dude, like, just leave me alone. But yeah, it was a kid just kept spamming me with group invite, group invite, group invite, group invite. Hey, I want to build a guild with you. Agua, make a guild with me. Hey, make a guild with me. Hey, join my group. Hey, help me do quests. Hey, and I'm like, dude, like, f off. Like, I literally typed out like, hey, f off. Like, leave me alone. I'm not trying to. I'm just wanting to play the game and enjoy it. You know, I hit the ignore button, ignore the person. 2 minutes later, another person, similar name, everything. It happened for about 30 to 45 minutes, and then a moderator messaged me, and the person was temp banned for the night. So,
Well, dang,
and
sorry that happened.
yeah, it was pretty unfortunate, but at least we got like help, and the person left me alone eventually.
Yeah. Um, what? Well, was so when you say snipe, was this somebody in your that was in your chat and then found you through that through the game or?
I think they were browsing and they watched me set up and everything because they saw me select the realm, they saw me create my character,
Okay.
and then not even 10 minutes in, they started, and it was like, uh, they had said they were listening, and I'm like, well, type something in the chat, like let's have an actual conversation, like let's not be obsessive and weird and spamming me with invites and stuff. Let's have an actual conversation. And maybe if you're like a chill guy, maybe we'll actually like group up and we can do some quests and stuff, right? I was trying to be nice. Kid wouldn't type in chat. Kid kept spamming their group invites. So I was like, okay, well, you know. I said, well, what's your Twitch username? Looked in the users list. It lined up. We banned the account, and like,
Hmm.
just kind of like I always try and turn something negative and weird like that into something positive, but it's just I couldn't do anything there.
Well, yeah, and I appreciate that because you don't know some people. And I'm not saying this in a negative light. Some people just don't have the social skills to know.
Yeah.
Damn it, dragon. Um, so some people don't have the social skills to communicate in what you would consider to be a polite or respectable fashion. So I appreciate that because I always try to give people the benefit of the doubt as well. Um, so far I've been very blessed, I guess, to not have too much to deal with. Had one dude come in and make lewd comments about the bunny suit, and I was like, all right, I just kind of entertained it as being hilarious up until they started saying TOS things, and I'm like, okay, now I have to ban you because
Yeah.
you know can't have that in chat. But um, you know, kind of hard to make fun of a grown man who's self-aware he's wearing a bunny suit. Yeah.
True.
So like jokes on you all. This thing's comfy as hell. Um,
Yeah, I'm just vibing, dude. This thing's soft and
yeah,
warm.
I
I'm
know.
happy.
You know, I'm gonna go outside and get the mail after this. Like, just wave to the neighbors. Um, but yeah, it's I don't know. It's one of those things where, I think that that was the right fashion to handle that in because as a streamer, you're gonna, it's inevitability. I know that there's a lot of people that think that they can insulate themselves from any type of, troll, stream snipe, anything negative. And unfortunately, and that's why I always like to ask about positivity is how do you, guard yourself against that? And I think one of the ways in which you were kind of tacitly talking about it is, building a a solid community, people that have your back. Because if you don't,
Hmm.
and they're there just to watch you get, cranky about Overwatch or something, just using that as an example, they might not only not have your back, they might think it entertaining to see you get trolled. Because I've seen that happen with people. I've seen streamers who build a negative community, and then they get negative people in their negative community, and then they get defensive and act like, why did this happen? It's like the Eric Andre skit. Um, but I think that is, that's kind of, from my perspective, one of the ways in which to really kind of build up a support group is through your community. Because and I'd like your thoughts on this, the streamer, radiates just as much positivity as the community radiates itself. I believe that they feed into each other. So if you build a positive community, it helps to reinforce you being positive, and
Hmm.
vice versa. What do you think about the streamer community relationship in that regard?
Oh yeah, absolutely. If I preach, happiness and positivity and welcoming to anybody and everybody, no matter what their situation, then my community also begins to reflect that. And then, it becomes, a safe place for not just the people already in that community, but for new people entering, and they find a sense of like safety and, a chill zone to be able to hang out in, just because like my image is to, be positive. Therefore my chat's image is usually positive. it I definitely think if I'm saying, oh man, fuck this game, dude, fuck, I hate this game, why this game sucks, dude, like all the time, raging, breaking stuff, then my team my chat is just gonna be, rage and angry vibes.
Um,
And it's not gonna feel, it's not gonna be, you know anything like that.
yeah, and you're getting that's really sweet. You're getting confirmation of that in chat, so that's really awesome.
Oh yeah.
Um,
I see that.
but if you don't mind me asking, and if you don't want to answer this, you don't have to, but I always preface it with, I think it's important for people to hear this, because I think a lot of times streamers can, not even through any of their own actions, but I think they can become, you know, they can appear to be not unapproachable, but, you know, idolized in a certain way. And I know that I've always talked about dealing with, mental health issues myself, because I think, being a big proponent of that is acknowledging that I've had issues with stuff like that. Have you ever had any issues with anxiety or anything like that?
Oh yeah. I really struggle with my own self-worth. um I have really bad like anxiety about friendships and stuff, just because of I've been through a lot of really really bad situations with friends in the past. um Constantly dealt with, being there for somebody, and then, a month later they're just gone. They don't,
Right,
not returning a message, and then that in my own head was just, what did I do wrong?
right.
What why am I the issue here? And then also, with the whole self-worth thing, also depression, like, um just feeling stuck, not knowing where I'm going in life, no sense of direction, just puts you down. So
Has streaming helped with that?
it has, yeah. Especially since about last, it's been about a year now. This the past year has just been, what is it, monumental, like really really strengthening for me, very very uplifting as well.
Okay. Um, and again, I've had a very similar experience. I was, you used the phrase um, without direction. I think that that was something that I can definitely relate to. because before streaming, I would be on Twitch and stuff, but I was kind of just meandering through. I'd go from channel to channel, say hi to people, and then I'd have conversations, I'd have friendships, but for the most part, I still kept a distance because I bought into the misconception, um, horrendous misconception, I would say, that these are people I can never have a true connection with because they're 800 miles away or however far away in different time zones. And I bought into that because that's something that, especially again, and I'm not mocking myself, but being older, that's just, it's just something that, you know, I didn't, being somebody in their 30s, you didn't grow up with, the internet connectivity that you have now.
Yeah,
And so that was kind of one of those things where I just thought about it and I was like, well, I don't know what can truly come of this. And then I realized that, oh, wait a minute, if I actually compare these people to friends that I've had in the past, a lot like what you're talking about, because I had a friend in particular, um, nothing against him, but he was definitely the person where when he wasn't in a relationship, he would call, like, just blow up your phone 24/7. You want to hang out, you want to hang out. The minute he got in a relationship, you'd never hear from him.
yeah,
And a very conditional friend. And I had a lot of people like that in my life, and then I started to compare my relationships with the people I met through Twitch and Discord and stuff with the relationships that I had prior to that, and I realized, oh, wait a minute, no, these people, in the brevity of knowing them, are infinitely better than the vast majority of people I've known in the past, and I'm comparing them to these people, and that so it's kind of one of those things where I was sitting there thinking, oh no, you gotta be able to go hang out with your friends every Friday night to be able to be actual friends with them. And then I got to realize, oh wait, I hung out with those people every Friday night and they weren't actually my friends.
yeah,
And
yeah.
so that became one of those things where that had no bearing on it. So no, I completely relate to that. Name is Peter says Agua and his community are one of the most loving group of people I've ever met. Oh, that's awesome. That's super sweet.
Sweet.
There you go. So, um, but I didn't know if you wanted to take a moment to actually to kind of talk about your community and how it's kind of built up over time and how they've kind of impacted you.
Um, well, I would say they made me a better person than I was even just a month ago. I'm just they're all amazing people, and I feel like I'm inheriting all of their like amazing traits as well. They as much as I may shape my stream, they also shape the stream as well, and that's why I don't know, like just the amount of like growth and response of positivity lately has just been insane. And it's literally, I say I do 10% of the work and they do 90% because like without a community, there's no stream.
Right.
And
Well, and I like that phrase. 10, 10%, 90%. Um, yeah, because we are as streamers, we are nothing without the community, for sure.
exactly.
Um, so how is your? Because I know when I first met you, you were working really hard to push towards partner and stuff like that. What are some of your steps that you're kind of taking towards moving to that goal?
Um, well, one of my mindsets is mainly just if I'm not streaming, I'm not growing,
Hmm.
or if there's no new content coming out, there's nothing new for people to uh, take in and experience. So that's why stream is usually 12 hours long every day.
Oh wow.
um, or sometimes it's 6 hours, but then I go and hang out in Discord and we're interacting and stuff, building those relationships even more. um uh I don't know. I've been playing with new friends and stuff, but mainly I just keep doing my own thing, and there's been more people sticking around. So,
That's awesome.
and
Uh,
I've so sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
no,
off,
no,
but
no. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. No, no.
I quit focusing really on partner and just started focusing on, let's just have a good time.
Well, and I think that, when it's great to focus on goals like affiliate, partner, and all that stuff, but I truly believe that if you focus on having a schedule, I'm terrible about that, but if you focus on having a schedule and, you focus on growing your community, I think that that stuff kind of comes to you. It's like building a business. If you truly care about if you were to be a small business owner, which most streamers, if you want to look at it that way, we are.
Hmm.
Um, if you truly care about the product, you truly care about the people you're helping, um, and the people that you work with, then I've seen plenty of small businesses grow. If you don't, then your ability to grow is extremely limited. Um,
Yeah.
so no, I think that yeah, not focusing on partner. I like that attitude. Focusing more on the people and more on the consistency. Um,
Yeah. So Noelle here in the chat brings up a really good point. Schedule who? I don't know her because literally I my mindset about a schedule is like streaming is not a job. It's
right.
something I want to do in my free time. It's a hobby. It's a escape from it's an escape from everything in the world, political, spiritual, you know, uh financial, literally every stress in the world is literally just gone because of streaming. It's not a job, it's a hobby, it's everything else. So it's just I don't really keep a schedule. There's no set start time for stream every day, just that there will be a stream unless I'm
Okay.
sick or unless I'm not feeling good.
Okay. I I'm glad you said that because I want to point out that Dragon, one of my mods, I will note, you said maybe learn something from Agua talking about a schedule, and then you just said you
Yeah.
don't have a schedule. So ha, the bunny
Yeah.
wins. Um,
The bunny wins.
so let's see, just fun stuff to do from reality. Yeah, I mean, I think that that is one of the biggest benefits from kind of looking at it is that that's the entertainment aspect of streaming is that it's a way to because I don't really watch TV anymore. If there's a specific show like Altered Carbon or Stranger Things or something like that, I'll go and watch it. But for the
Hmm.
most part, I watch Twitch now. You
Same.
know, because I can uh, because I can watch this entertainment aspect uh, with yeah, but it's a good right eye. Anyways, my right eye is the one that works. But he can, or he, sorry, you can watch a streamer, hang out with your friend, um, have an entertainment level, if you will, and get to, support, a friend. Like I said before, you can build a connection. I can hang out with you. I can go play games with you, hang out in your community. I can't. I mean, it'd be super awesome. I can't go hang out with like The Rock.
Yeah.
If I go watch his movie, I mean, I'll go watch the new Jumanji film or something like that. But like, I'm
Hanging
not.
out with the rock.
Yeah, like I'm not hanging out with The Rock, right? Like I'm not
Yeah.
gonna be able to like text him in the middle of the movie and be like, "So what really motivated you to do this scene? Also, how much can you bench?" Like I can't.
Yeah.
I can't do that. So
True.
let's see what uh, Misi said. Agua is genuinely one of the kindest people I've had the pleasure of meeting, and so many people in the community, the names passing by here in chat, fit into the category as well. The positive environment that's been cultivated by Augs and everyone else has made such an impact on my life. So much love, so much kindness, and many, many laughs. And I think that that is, you know, what I aspire to. So you not only have created what seems to be a wonderful community, but you inspire people like me to create the same.
Oh
What are
my
they?
goodness. I'll send it to you on Discord. It's
Okay.
so silly. Here.
Yeah.
This is what the it's a BTTV emote that's animated, and this is what it looks like.
Okay. Hang on.
Yeah.
Hang on. I just see was
Oh,
it.
I just realized I sent it to you on Discord, but we're
Yeah.
talking through
Yeah.
Discord.
Yeah. Yeah. Hang on. Hang on. I'm gonna turn this off just for a second. Let me see this. What is this? What in the absolute?
It's a little Pepe pixelated, and he just bounces back and forth super fast.
Okay.
And it's just when people are being what we call crackheads in the chat, we that's the emote. And that's like, all the support, positive vibes, that's everything. Like PP overheat is just
Oh my God. He is that. Oh, that is that is an emote.
yeah.
That's hilarious. Um, but no, I think what you've done. He definitely is. I think what you've done is amazing, buddy. When I get to meet you through Rickles, I thought that you were a really really cool guy, and I liked this idea of somebody that was a variety streamer and was sticking with it. That it wasn't a variety streamer out of angst or something like, oh, I've had a bad comp game and I'm going to go play this game now. Like, you truly wanted to be a variety streamer, and it was kind of a big motivating factor for me getting away from Overwatch, because I've said before, I was always nervous about it because I didn't want to lose what community I had, and I thought nobody would watch, nobody would want to be a part of it, and I've lost people in my community from it.
Hmm.
People that don't want to watch Remnant or whatever. Which, to be fair, I went from Overwatch to, I didn't really learn my lesson. I'm not really a variety streamer so much as I go from one game to another, but
Yeah.
and stick with it for a while. But I think, God, I'm back into Splatoon. What in the world is Splatoon?
It's a Nintendo based game. It's on the Switch. It's 4v4, similar to Overwatch, but it's the main thing that I know about Splatoon is there's a turf war, and basically you have to paint most of the arena. That's pretty much it. And whoever has the most paint at the end wins. That's turf war. There's several other modes, but that's the only one I know.
Oh wait, is this the game where the new characters like got into Smash Brothers or something? Other
there,
character?
yeah,
Okay,
there's one in Smash.
okay, okay. Um, you doing all right there, Apollo? You got
Yeah,
get a get the overheat emote again. Um, yeah, variety streamer. Yeah, variety streamer for me is not Overwatch. It's just any game not Overwatch. Um, but no, I really really am impressed with what you've done. And I think that you have done an awesome job. And as far as partners concerned, I think that you have the right attitude about it. And I think that as time goes on, I definitely see you making partner. Because what you're doing is what I believe in. That's building a core, awesome community. And I don't know what chat's talking about anymore. Um, and
I
Sledgehammer,
don't know. I have no idea.
no matter always target Agua no matter the game. Um, but in all seriousness, I do think that you've done a fantastic job, and your community um, not only seems to be lovely people, but they absolutely seem to adore you. Um, and I think that that is something that every single streamer, if I wanted somebody to take away anything from another streamer, it would definitely be what you've presented here, because this is what I strive for. This is what my goal would be to create, which I think I am doing that, but this just reinforces it, to create a
Hmm.
loving community, because you know I think that that is every single thing that we can give back as streamers, that the shit show that is the outside world right now, we can
Yeah.
get away from. But I didn't know if you had kind of any more thoughts going out, or if you wanted to talk about something you got planned in the future, or
Um, well, I've been alluding to something in the future, but as you know, like I said, I was in band for seven
hmm
years. I also did choir for a little bit,
oh,
and
awesome.
so I've been alluding to it in the sub chat, and I ask that it stays between everybody who's here who experienced the interview and everything. Uh, I am working on a 4 song EP. Uh, Literally just got lyrics written and stuff, and we're just working on that kind of stuff. But hopefully by like next summer, it'll it'll be completed, and I'll be happy with it enough to be able to release it. But that's a big thing I've been working on behind the scenes, and then other than that, literally just streaming.
No, but I think that um, this isn't a community; it's a whole ass fam. um, I think that is don't DMCA us. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, we
Yeah,
we
yeah.
definitely want to have you back on absolutely in the future. To talk about that. And anytime you want to plug something like that in the Discord, let me know. I'm more than happy to give you a shout out for projects like that because I think that's super awesome. Obviously, I won't do it. I won't do it now because I know you're trying to keep
Yeah,
it
yeah.
still on the down low. But um, I think uh, that's absolutely awesome. So the next 10 minutes here, if you don't mind, Agua, we're going to take some Q&A, if
Hmm,
that's
hmm.
okay. So does anybody have any uh, questions that they would? Okay, I'll say this as he puts his hand over his face. We'll try to keep it. Obviously, we're keeping it TOS, friendly.
Yeah.
Anything like that. But does anybody have any questions for Agua?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's been a meme. Okay, I'm not stinky, dude. I took a shower.
Oh my god! Look,
I
okay, we all if we stream in a chair. Look, if I look, I'm gonna don't worry, I'm gonna take some of the heat away from you. Do you guys have any idea how bad this bunny suit gets after 12 hours? Like,
no.
holy crap! You know, it's like ham that somebody left out in the sun. Okay, I'm just
Delicious.
delicious.
Do you like beans? I do. Okay, these are all meme
Yeah, I
questions.
know.
Come on. Yep, that's my chat for you.
Okay,
They're
um,
wholesome, and then you
and
say
then
okay Q&A, and then they're like beans, beans.
I'm trying to think of a question. That's okay. Take a few moments if you'll need some.
No, Abby, I did not.
Okay, so Beepo has one. If you could change the one thing you've done streaming so far, what would it be?
Um, hmm, I don't know. That's
Letting
I
me have you all do a Q&A, probably.
um, hmm. I would have, if I could change it, I would. I probably would just have more consistent like YouTube stuff, I guess. Because
Okay.
I'm honestly I'm very happy with how the whole streaming thing has gone.
Um. So, but you said before that you had a YouTube, right? Or you still do?
I do. I haven't posted in like 3 or 4 months,
Okay.
just because I want to do stream highlight videos and stuff, but it's pretty hard to just sit and edit and get a good quality video because I do have a high quality standard and everything. I don't want anything to be not up to my quality standard.
Yes, yes, Dragon. We. Has there been a point where you wanted to or almost gave up on streaming?
Yeah, absolutely. Um
I see what you did there.
oh I didn't even think of that. Yeah, yeah, intentional, absolutely intentional. Again, absolutely. Yeah, it was over a year ago. You know, I didn't know what to play. I didn't want to play anything. I wanted to sell my computer and I wanted to join the fucking army, dude. I was like at my wits' end. And then I got a message inviting me to the city SMP, which was with the Vector Boys, Green, uh, Midnight Nate, and all of them, and that's really what turned it around for me. So,
Let's see here. Um, got no questions and small brain. No, that's okay. I got one. Speaking of all of this, what advice would you give anybody that was wanting to start streaming?
um, turn off your viewer count. Turn off. Don't look at analytics. Don't do anything. Don't look at numbers. Don't dwell on numbers. Don't do it for a number. Do it because you want to do it and you want to have fun. Do it for fun. Do it for your own enjoyment. That's absolutely the ground rule advice for streaming.
Okay. Um, well, if no one had any more questions kind of going out, we are going to have the Rickles interview before too long, but we have a little bit of downtime before that. Were you going to stream? Agua?
Um, I'm going to, but it's gonna be way later. It's gonna be at because we have the movie night in about an hour and a half, hour 20 minutes. So I was just gonna take the time to eat and hang out.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, I think what we're going to do is, as always, I'm going to let the guests pick who they want to raid.
Oh, we're gonna go. Okay, okay.
We're going to go raid yes, because we got about a half hour before Rickles is going to come on. So in the meantime, we can go ahead and raid somebody. And
Oh, I see. I know who we need to raid.
okay,
So just while he's on my screen, I'll send you his link.
okay.
I sent it on Discord.
Oh, okay.
Um, so his name's Dirt. He used to go by Dirt Tracker 88. That's my absolute best friend.
Okay.
Uh, Literally, he and I stream every single day together. Uh, haven't in the past couple days because my schedule is kind of wonky. We have matching emotes. Like, there's just I couldn't have hit a better best friend. He's playing some Fallout 4 right now too, which
Oh,
is
Pog.
pretty great game.
Um. All right. Well, uh, as we're about ready to raid Dirt, I like that name. I wanted to take this time to thank everybody for showing up. I know a lot of you all are from Agua's community. I think that is absolutely awesome that you all came out to support Agua. I know that interviews, if you've never done them before, and even if you have done them before, can sometimes be a little nerve-wracking, but always to have your
Yeah,
support
I'm
group.
a little.
Yeah, to always have your support group in there, and I think he did a fantastic job. As always, it's not a one and done thing. You want to come on any point in the future, you got a future project you want to work on, you have anything in terms of a big upcoming charity stream, community night, event, anything like that, you just let me know. You are more than welcome to come on. We plug it in the Discord. Um, and I think, like I said, I think that, you are and your community is the epitome of what I would want. I can't speak for everybody, but when I think of goals as a streamer, I think that you have done an amazing job, and I hope that you keep pushing forward, and I hope that before too long you get partner. I don't think it's a question of if. I think it's a question of when, and I think that you'll go on to do like awesome things streaming. So I'm really really happy to hear that you didn't give it up, buddy, because I think you're fantastic at content creating. Um, So with that being said, I didn't know if there was any final thought or word you wanted to go with as we go out,
Um,
but
I just wanted to give a huge thanks and say thank you so much for the opportunity, and I appreciate having you in my life. You know, you, Rickles, this, my community, my brother, all of them. I appreciate all of you guys for real. Like without the constant drive and support from y'all, I don't know if I would still be able to do this every day. So I appreciate you and this opportunity as well, just to be able to you giving up your platform to come talk to me and get to know me a little better. It's just it's so warming, such a nice experience.
well, absolutely, buddy, anytime. And yeah, like I said, I think that okay, I was making sure this is the right person we were reading. I think that it's so important to do these interviews, not just because it gives people exposure, but also because people who have any questions, any concerns, need any type of motivation streaming. I I think that these do a wonderful service because it shows people the human aspect of streaming and what people are
Mm-hmm.
thinking of, and what they're going through, and the stresses that they have, and everything like that. And I think you, like I said, you did a wonderful job. Awesome person, awesome interview, and we will be back here for everyone who wants to join us back. In about 20 minutes, we'll be going back on with Not Rickles, but in the meantime, we're going to raid Dirt and show some love if you have not had a chance to meet them yet. And yeah, be sure to drop a follow, join Agua's Discord, and definitely stick around because he's going to go on to do amazing things. Thank you all so much, and let's see. Also, I've had a big delay. Oh, sorry about that. Um, and yeah, love you all so much. Thank you all for being here. Awesome time, and see you back soon. Bye, everybody. I think that ended before.
Yeah.
That's okay. Um,